Assalamu alaikum, Muslim Business
Walaikum assalam.
Network. Yes, we are joined today here with Nadiya Qureshi. She is the founder of Miriam Cosmetics, and we're so happy to have you here. How are you today?
I'm doing good, Alhamdulillah. How about you?
Alhamdulillah, I am doing good. I am excited to have you here because I really love to hear about the different products that our network, the Muslims in the network, come up with. And I think this is like a really awesome one. So if you could tell us a little bit more about you.
First of all, I'm so happy to be a part of your podcast. To be very honest, I have seen all of them over YouTube and different other platforms. And I must say, I am very much proud of your work. And this is really something nice. I was so happy looking at all the women working out there in the real world and making such a good impact on the world. So yeah, you guys are doing a fantastic job. I'm very proud of everyone in the who is part of this particular thing of yours.
Alhamdulillah, thank you so much. We appreciate you looking and being a guest. Our network would be nothing without sisters like you who have the courage and have a vision. So, thank you so much for being a guest here. So, I'm going to jump right into it. And my first question is what inspired you to build a halal certified luxury cosmetic brand in the United States market?
Sure. So when I came to the United States, one thing which was lacking here in the beauty industry was the halal cosmetics. There were few options available in the market, but I would say the range was less. The products were not glamorous, I would say. And when it comes to a woman like me, I like the bling. Okay, so that was the case. I decided, yeah, that okay, if I go for something halal, vegan, cruelty free, the packaging, the products, and everything are very basic. And that's not something I want. When I see my vanity, it should be blinging all the time. Like it should have all the glamorous products, the colors, and everything. So that's the place where I understood okay, we need something in the halal category, in the vegan and cruelty free category, which actually demonstrate glamour, not only glamour but also is very clean in ingredients, ethically sourced. So these were certain points which I really wanted. Plus, what I also saw was a gap in. I didn't saw any Muslim woman having a beauty line which would be on these particular things like which I want, like on the glamorous and vegan and cruelty free. So I thought initially I was searching it. I searched for almost 2.5 months, and then that was the time I decided, okay, if no one is doing, let me try it. So despite of being from a very different background of branding and marketing, for different other brands all over the world, I have been working like for almost a decade now before starting
Mashallah.
Mariam Cosmetics, and I have helped brands grow globally in regards to marketing and a different kind of marketing, like basically performance marketing. But then I thought, okay, let me step in this and try my best what I can do for this industry, this particular thing. And this is where the foundation of Mariam Cosmetics was found, that we need a halal, vegan, cruelty free brand which has glamour and bling attached to it.
Okay, so I love that you kind of honed in on the fact that you were looking for something, like you said, with the bling, the luxury.
Yeah.
Okay, and when you go to your website, that was the first thing that struck me is that this felt like, even before I read the copy that was on the website, I said, this I can tell is targeted as a luxury brand. And I definitely understand what you mean. Like, I want to have all of like the ethically sourced, the cruelty free, the vegan ingredients, but I still want to have my bling. I still want to shine. I want it to
Yes.
look glamorous. And so, mashallah, you found a niche in the market and you filled it. So that's awesome. And I also heard that you did your research and you said, hey, this is a market that needs to be filled. So that's super awesome. My next
Exactly.
question is, how do your personal beliefs and iman shape how you run Miriam Cosmetics?
It was my iman and my personal belief that things should be ethically sourced. I need to source it, ingredients ethically. The partnerships, whoever I partner with, are following the same guidelines on what I am saying. Like when it comes to faith, when it comes to religion, or humanity first. And when I talk about humanity first, I also talk about that humanity is one of the greatest thing one can have. And in those regards, what I think is, ethically sourced ingredients, having partnerships which are very important for us right now. This is something I would want everyone to understand, that when it comes to my religion also, getting things ethically correct, not only in my field but everywhere across, is the first foremost thing. The second is that whoever you partner with, you have to make sure those people also follow these same guidelines. And the
Mhm.
third and very important thing which I feel was, which I thought was missing in the market, is the charitable initiatives. So when
Yes.
I thought, if I make a brand, what is very important to me is that whatever we earn through it, we make sure that we do charity for that. So we, as of now, are doing, like, we have this initiative wherein we take care of everything which we can through our profits, and we would be, helping all the displaced families around the world in
Mashallah.
regards to, in regards to charity from Mariam Cosmetics. So anyone buying or anyone supporting us should always be rest assured that their money is going at the right place. This is our basics. This is my ethics to work with.
Mashallah, I think that when we talk about business, especially here at the Muslim Business Network, we talk about how we can't separate our business from our faith, right? It's a part of us. And
Yeah.
so we should see that through our businesses. And I love the way that you're saying that, look, my, ingredients are ethically sourced. I want to make sure that I know where they're coming from and I'm even giving back. So that to me is a brand that is worth supporting. You know what I mean? I think that we have a choice in how we spend our money and where our dollars
Definitely.
are going to. And so when I see brands that really take the time to, make sure that those things are in place, I think that that is top tier, alhamdulillah. And so along those lines, here we also talk a lot about tawakkul. And so, the belief that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to give you what you need, that unshakable belief that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to give you what you need. It might not necessarily look like what you think, but Allah is going to do that. So can you share how tawakkul plays a role in difficult business situations for you?
See, Ida, I'll tell you this from my personal experiences, that in my normal life also, apart from the business, there are
Mhm.
certain times when a woman face a lot of issues, and there are a lot of problems which you think you are cornered with. Like, you do not have any option to go ahead. You're really frustrated with that kind of situations. But I would say in my personal life also and my professional life also, Tawakkal plays a very important role. When I started this brand, I didn't know what beauty is all about. What I know was just the products, how to apply them. That too not
Yeah.
correctly. Okay. So that was the thing. But with time, Allah Ta'ala gave me everything. Like, I got someone who would invest in the brand. I got a team who told me that we will work for free in the start to get the company rolling. I got
Wow.
other people on board who were ready to support the brand before it was even created. Like, I have my tech team with me, and they are like established people in back there in India. But they supported me without even, thinking or asking me questions that, do you even know what you want to do? So there is,
Mashallah.
I tell this to my husband also, that I don't believe in being so practical. What I believe in miracles from Allah. That
Yes.
is where things go. You have to trust him that, okay, if you're thinking about something, he is the one who gave you the thought. So he is the one who will help you get there. So once it's there over here, it's gonna be there for sure. So that is what I feel. When it's not only professional, it's personal also.
Absolutely. I love that. I love that you're saying, like, look, everything, like, we just had that workshop, it's called Iman Strategy. And so I think that what we're trying to convey to other Muslims is that you're not always going to have a business plan that is going to be fully executed perfectly. You have to be able to have that faith in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to provide what you need. And if you don't have those two, then if something doesn't go right or something, then all of a sudden it's kind of like, oh, that's it. You know what I mean? But if you have the faith that this is going to work out, I'm going to be able to figure it out, then you can do it. So that's awesome. Good luck. My next question is, Mariam Cosmetics centers both halal integrity and ethical transparency. How did you decide that you should be the that those two things should be the foundation? So, halal integrity and ethical transparency.
Before even the brand was like in my mind, the things which I was looking for was ethical sourcing ingredient, ethically sourced ingredients, and transparency in all kind of partnerships. This was my basics before even thinking what the brand should be, what a brand should do, and also this was my basics before I founded this brand. No matter if I work for Mariam Cosmetics or any other place, my basics are very clear that these are certain things, these are my morals of life. I have to make sure that these things are there when I do something. If my name is associated, it has to be like I have to make sure that things are ethically sourced. Like in my business right now, it's ethically sourced, and we have partners who understand all these beliefs and work with us in the same manner.
Alhamdulillah. And so, also, another thing that we talked about was Nia and your intention. So, how does intentionality play a role in the process, especially when you're coming up with a product?
I think niyat is everything. Intention is everything. It's all because of the intention. Whatever happens in your life is all because of the intentions. You have good intentions, you will be paid off. So I don't even say you have a bad intention, because nobody by themselves have a bad intention. This is what I feel. Circumstances make certain situations, but I would say it is all about intentions. When I created
Yes.
this brand, the intention was very clear that I want to fill this gap in the market, and if I make money out of it, this is the charity institutions I would go ahead with. So the intentions were very clear from the first day. That was the reason when I spoke about the brand to people around who are currently working with me, they also felt very comfortable working because the intentions were very clear. The roadmap wasn't. We didn't know what we are going to do, what would be the products, how many colors, where are we going to source them from. That was nothing was clear, but the intention was clear, and alhamdulillah we are able to launch with those intentions itself.
Alhamdulillah, that's awesome. I like that you said, look, we didn't necessarily have a 100% clear vision, but the intention was set and you just move forward there. And I think that's your first step, right? Like I think
Yes.
with anything, and I like how you said before that not just in your business, but in your personal life. So personally, we have to set our intentions and whatever your intentions is, inshallah, those will be the outcomes. So while everything, alhamdulillah, looks to be great, I can only imagine that there are probably challenges. Can you talk to us about what are the biggest challenges in introducing a halal certified luxury products to a mainstream market?
See, first of all, I had this thing very clear that bringing a halal certified brand to mainline beauty business and considering it as a luxury is not a challenge. Okay, this is the basics one should have in the market. Okay, just because a product is halal or it is vegan or it is cruelty free, it doesn't separates itself from the mainstream luxury beauty. This is the basics of my thought process, and to the challenge was to get the manufacturers, to get the packaging, to get these departments in place. Like my team went to China, my team is like back there in India. So they went to different parts, like they took multiple visits. There were like days wherein they didn't have food to eat in China, because of the food, you just can't eat anything. So that was the case. So they were like there for almost a few days, and they made sure that what I want they are able to get that sourced. And so sourcing all these products, when I say ethical partnership, it is not easy. I would just like to inform everyone, it's not easy. You take a lot of time, you need a lot of research, you need to see the certifications. So there are a lot many things which are required. But yeah, as I said, if the intentions are there, the God helps you and you get the best out of it. So there are different organizations who help you in certifications, the manufacturing part. But yeah, to assemble everything, to from manufacturing to packaging and then filling those lipsticks to I'm
Yes.
talking about everything. That is the most challenging part because that is outsourced. Even if
Yes.
you give yourself a timeline that you have to do this in 30 days, it is the dependency on the other party, and that's quite difficult.
Okay, that makes sense. And so, even with those challenges, it seems like you have had a process, and I'm sure learning along the way.
Oh,
Nothing is
obviously.
ever
Too
yes,
much.
and absolutely. And what I also hear that I want other Muslims to understand is that you have a team, right? You didn't do this all by yourself. You have a team that's backing you and supporting you.
One should understand in life, personal things also and business things also. You need to have a team. You just can't be the superwoman. That's a myth. You will drain yourself, exhaust yourself, and you will not be available for your kids in future. This is something I would like to tell all the mothers out there. Do not try to exhaust yourself and drain to such an extent that you think that you are a superwoman, you can do everything by yourself. No, nothing. This is not, this is something, it's a myth, and this should be out of the society. Everyone needs a team, no matter it's a personal life or a professional life, you need a team, okay, to get everything executed. When it's your house, you have to team up with your husband to make sure that the child is being raised by both the parents. You're not a single mom in the house with a husband, okay? This is something say this to my sisters, to my friends, and everyone out there. There is nothing called being, able to do, I did it independently and solely. No, you have to do it with a team. You just can't do it single-handedly.
Absolutely. I second, third, and fourth that. I 100% believe that. And I think it's a mindset that we have to just get used to because a lot of times as women, we see our moms, our aunts, our community members, and it looks like they're just doing it all, right? And we
That
look
that
like,
that has to be
why can't
stopped,
I? I know.
that has to
We
be
think
stopped.
yes, and there's a guilt that I think a lot of women have when they feel as if, oh man, this is making me more frustrated or tired, or I can't do everything. I have to reach out for support. And there's that guilt in there. But I want the words of our sister Nadia and me to ring true to our sisters. You don't have to have the guilt for having
Yes,
help. That's the way that I believe Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wanted it for us. I don't think that He wanted
we
anybody to be individual and do everything by themselves.
exactly. We are human beings. Okay, we are bound to be in groups. There's nothing
Yes.
called as individual person that you can do everything on your own. No, that's not something good. I do not want to use any strong words against it, but yeah, it's just that I really, really, really don't appreciate it at all.
I agree. So if that, I feel like if people can take away one big thing, it's that you need a team, you need a support system. So that leads me into our my next question: how do you balance all of the things that you are? You're a mom, a wife, a business owner. How do you balance that in your everyday life?
To be very honest, Aida, I am not able to balance it out. Okay, it's very
That's the
difficult.
truth.
Yeah,
That's the truth.
some days I'm very good at my business front. They require me for certain meetings. I need to, make sure that everyone is present. We need to discuss something. That time, my daughter gets ignored sometimes. Like
Yeah.
she is waiting for me. She wants me to play with her. So there's nothing called balance. As I know what in life, everything is priority. What is priority right now?
Yeah.
And secondly, I just don't want to be a housewife around my daughter till a certain age. And after that, she has her own activities. And I'm sitting and thinking, what am I supposed to do? Am I even relevant? No, I'm not like that. Okay. And I
Yeah.
suggest this to everyone out there. This is just a phase. Okay. It will pass. You need to understand your priorities right now. And handling everything, I am telling you very honestly, I am not able to handle. Some days are very frustrating. I am not well. I have certain responsibilities towards the house, towards business. I'm not able to manage it. But this is what life is, okay? You just can't have a best day always. Some days are really good. We are all very happy on all the fronts, business, personal, everything. Some days it's bad days, like things didn't go as per my plans, and now I'm not happy about it. So sometimes that frustration comes out, and that's an argument between me and my husband. There, okay, now this is not good. But this is all part of your life. You just
Yeah.
can't eradicate it by saying no, no, no. We have to make sure everything is perfect. Nothing is perfect. I don't believe in the word perfect for sure.
Me either. Only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is perfect. And I don't strive to
Obviously,
be that.
no
I
doubt.
don't strive.
Yeah.
I don't strive to be on that level. So I try to let that go, that trying to do everything. And so I totally understand what you're saying. And I appreciate your transparency and honesty in that.
Thank you.
My next question has been, what has been your strategy for educating consumers? So people who want to buy your products about the halal beauty and ethical products. How do you educate people?
See, I made a video by myself about what halal beauty truly is. I just want people to know about it. It is not something, it's not a rocket science or something. It's very basic. You need to know the ingredient source. You need to know where are they coming from. Is there anything which is, I said the halal word clearly means that, It is very important not only for the Muslims, it is for around the world. Okay, it's a part of a clean beauty movement which is there in the world right now.
Yeah.
So I made a video out of it to inform the people who come to our Instagram page or our social media pages that this is what it is. Secondly, we do mention everything on our website regarding our products, regarding the ingredients, what are our ethics. So everything is mentioned. We are very transparent, and we are also learning with time. So I also suggest everyone out there who have any kind of concerns with us. So if you think that this is something you think that it should be more transparent, there should be more details added to us, inform us, write us back. We are very prompt in replying. So like there was a woman out there, she wanted to know whether we have corn or anything related to corn in our product.
Hmm.
So we checked, we asked our manufacturer also. We went to that length to ask them also that, maybe we don't know what is it, but that has to be cleared. So we informed them, and we got to know there's no corn in the product. So we informed the consumer. She bought it. She tagged us. So we are very transparent with the customers. If there is one person also asking us something, we are very prompt in replying back.
Alhamdulillah, I like that you go that extra mile to make sure that whenever they want something, you do your best, and you might not have the answer right then and there, but you do your best to try to,
Yeah.
get them that
See, I
answer.
would
Because
want people to understand in Mariam Cosmetics, we are not the pioneer of this industry. We don't know about beauty. Everyone aligned with us are just learning. So, if in case there is something you want more from us, you want to know more about the product, just inform us. We will make sure that we get the information and give it back to you, because what we know, we have mentioned it on the website, on our social media pages. But if in case there is something you want that, no, we need to know more about this, then you tell us, we'll get it on pages.
Alhamdulillah, I love that. And I think that's the beauty of shopping with a small business.
Yeah.
Because you shopping with these big brands, you don't get that type of care when you're shopping. So Alhamdulillah, that's awesome. Another question that I have is, how do you define success in your business outside of financial success?
You know what? There's one woman who has tagged us on Instagram stating that, she has loved our product and she was waiting for us from a very, like she was waiting for a product which she can use because she has some kind of allergies. So she was speaking with our customer service. They messaged her, okay, these are the things, these are your concerns, these are our answers. And then she used our product and she has tagged us on Instagram stating that, okay, this is something new. I loved it and all. That is something, I feel is a success to me. And then plus when I get something called a repeat order, or a someone, a person
Mhm.
referring us to the other person,
Yes,
this
yes.
is the time I feel, okay, this is what is happening, this is what we want. Okay, it should not be just we spending in marketing, it has to be referrals. So when a referral come by their choice, and when someone says, the product is very luxurious, you gift it to someone, and if
Yeah.
someone buys all the 10 lipsticks as a bundle, which is a gifting pack, that is something we love it.
Alhamdulillah, I like that. I like that you're saying that when you get a repeat customer or someone has a referral to you, that feels like they really love it and they
Yeah.
love it so much that they're sharing it with others. And
So
I
they're
think
liking what
that
we created.
yes, and I think that that should be the hallmark for everyone's business.
Yeah.
That is a success, no matter if you're doing a service or if you have a product. I think that that's like your stamp of approval, saying like I'm getting it right, alhamdulillah. Okay, what systems or practices help you stay intentional and consistent in your operations?
To be very honest, Aida, if you fear God, everything is aligned. You don't have to think a lot. If you know what is right and what is wrong, what you think you should go ahead with, what is applicable in Islam, then it is like you don't have to think a lot. That is something inculcated in you. Like from the time I was a kid, I know certain things are not correct, certain things are not right. So when it comes to me and it comes to these kind of questions, I feel I don't have to think a lot about it, because I fear Allah a lot. He is the only one I fear. So if you fear Allah, you know what needs to be done. You know your ethics and everything. So that is a very basic thing. If you are following Islam, you follow what the rules and regulations are. So then it is very easy, to be very honest.
Okay, alhamdulillah. So you're saying that you basically you make sure that you clear your intentions, you follow, you fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and you have your intentions and you just move forward, alhamdulillah. And
Yeah,
that's
there is
something
nothing
we do
wrong we
every
are
day.
doing. We don't inform anyone anything which is fatal. We don't inform anyone which is not there in the product. So there is nothing. And this is something basics with the entire team.
Yes, alhamdulillah. And so moving on to that, I think this is a great segue. So Marion Cosmetics integrates social responsibility. And you talked to us a little about that. But how does your faith inform that mission? So what drove you to say, if I have a profit, I'm gonna do more than just,
That
stay
is
in
that
my
is
bank account.
something very that is, I would say, that is something inculcated in Islam, doing charity. Okay, so this comes directly from there. It was
Yes.
very clear that if I am able to make some profits, it's going to be charity, and we have to support the other people in the world. It is not something you get if you are able to create a brand which people are supporting you, then you have to give back to the society. That was very clear, and this is doing these kind of social initiatives. Even though if I don't have a business, I would say that is the responsibility of human, that you take care of other people around the world, whatever your capacity is. So I would
Absolutely.
not say that you have to do certain number of things, certain percentage. I would say this is your responsibility, this is your moral responsibility. This is what even Islam teaches us, that charity has to be there. If you earn something, 2.5% is the zakat, which we do it.
Yes.
So this is like basics of our religion.
Absolutely. And I love that you're integrating that in your business and you're not saying, well, that's something separate, but if I can't get to it, but this is a strong foundation in your brand. And so I think that's awesome. And can you share an example of how your brand has made a tangible impact through charitable work?
As of now, we have just started. We haven't even completed the first quarter. Inshallah, Ramzan is coming up, and we will be making sure that we create an impact. We will be putting it across to our customers also, so that they know about it. But yeah, we would be completing our quarter on January 30th. I think it's tomorrow. Yeah. So
Yes.
yeah. So inshallah, once we already are in the preparation for Ramadan. So in the next month, you will see very soon that we will have a lot of thing going around. We will be supporting families for Ramadan, especially because this is currently what we can do. But yeah, as a quarter completes, Alhamdulillah, we are able to make sales. We are able to create that impact. We are able to engage the audiences. We definitely have to give it back. So we decided that we'll do it every quarter. So this would be our first quarter. So we are already gearing up for Ramadan. That is the month of wherein you should
Yeah.
support out of your all of the box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything is more giving, more salat, more. Yeah.
Yes. So
So I
it's
love
like, so we are gearing it up for that.
Alhamdulillah. And so I really enjoyed speaking to you, Nadia,
Same here,
about
Aida.
your brand. I really have. I can't wait to see, inshallah, what you do with it. And so I want to leave on this last question. What advice would you give Muslims who try to build a business that reflect both faith and strategy?
I would say all the Muslims around, all the women around the world, that whatever business, whatever is your passion, people think, whatever their passion, they should go ahead with that. Beauty wasn't my passion. With time, person evolve. So I would say, if in case you are working on your passion, and you also think there's certain other things also which requires your attention. Like beauty world was not something I was interested in, but with time I thought there is a gap here. So that was the reason I thought even I should try it out. So I would ask all the women out there, if you think there's a gap in certain things, in any industry, anywhere in the world, you should definitely step in. And if that interests you, because maybe I was not from a beauty world, but beauty really interests me. These products
Yeah.
are something I really like. I like to have a big vanity in my house. So maybe I never thought that vanity will become my business, but I love the
Right.
vanity. So I would
Alhamdulillah.
ask him, yeah, all the Muslims around, all the women around, that if you see a gap in an industry which you are interested in, and do not hesitate, get there. Allah will give you the strength to go ahead and get what you want. But do not restrict yourself that, okay, once the pitch will be perfect, I'll go ahead. Once the every process is in line, I'll go ahead. No, do not wait for that being that perfect. I know the house doesn't favors house always favors the odds, okay, but the house doesn't always win.
Yeah.
Sometimes the dreamer does. So I would ask
Yes.
all the women out there to dream about it. If you think you can do it, you can definitely do it. Go for it. Allah will give you the strength and help which is required.
I mean. May you
Thank you.
have so much success in your business. May this be bigger than your
Thank you.
wildest
Thanks a
dreams,
lot, Aida.
inshallah. And inshallah, everything will be smooth from here on out. Thank you
Thank you,
so,
sir.
so much for taking the time and inspiring. Truly, it's an inspiring story. And so may
Thank you.
Allah bless you, your family, and your businesses to have much success in this life and the hereafter, inshallah.
Thank you, Aida. Thanks a lot. And even best of luck to you. You guys are doing a wonderful job. I really appreciate it. It is like people like you who give us this panel to come up and speak about our thoughts, our inspirations, what we aspire to become. So I really, 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 I'm really very proud of you guys. Thank you. Thanks a lot for having
Alhamdulillah.
me.
Thank you so much. And everyone go follow Miriam Cosmetics and buy them, write reviews, do all of the things. Inshallah. Support, support,
Thank you.
support. Inshallah. Till next time. Assalamu
Allah Hafiz.
alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.